Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Seemed that a lot of people wanted us to check out more of this, but also there were a lot of names missing in the sort of slides and stuff. And guess what? The original creator of this has made more versions of this.
Yay.
And they actually, sent a few through for us to check out. So I thought, what a nice thing to do. And
Big love.
we love music scores and stuff like that. So let's review them. Let's analyze some of them. I think we might be familiar with some of them.
Oh, that's really nice.
Peculiar, because there's a ton of stuff going on in that music score.
Also, you can see that there's a lot of conflict going on through the imagery, so you can kind of put two and two together.
It unfolds its wings like a butterfly, slowly and gently evading two hearts in love who find an escape into each other. It is the warm laughter curled around the edges of the lovers' voices, dappled in the sunlight.
It's the writing for me. I tell you, the slides are great because you can have like the songs and like the sequence of scenes and stuff, but it's the writing that takes it to another level.
Shout out.
Honestly,
The creators of this are like really good. It's interesting though because that piece itself, it's like hashiki. That piece itself, it's like it is full of conflict. It obviously still have glimmers of hope, like the brightness and the darkness scales that it operates in. I guess modes, not really scales. So I'll be really intrigued on when this comes in. Obviously, this will be the theme of the movie, but it'll be intriguing because India likes to seem to do this quite often, where they have reprise versions or they bring it in pinnacle moments of the scenes. And I don't think this movie would have a happy ending.
I don't think so either. Or it has a bittersweet ending. I think what you have in this kind of like what I love about Bollywood since we started watching films from this industry is that the theme is like
truly a character of the movie, yeah.
A pinnacle thing of the film, and I love that because early in Hollywood it used to be a thing, right? When in the 50s when we had Singing in the Rain and musicals being portrayed in Hollywood, and I thought, yes, what a cool idea to maintain the same sound environment for specific characters throughout the story. And I kind of mourn the loss of that as Hollywood progressed, right? But in Bollywood, it's still a prevailing entity, and I think that's so special, though.
Well, not just in Bollywood, I'll say in the whole of Indian cinema, because there's many industries in India. Like, you got Tollywood, you got Malayalam, you got Tamil.
Yes. No, you're right.
So, and they all seem to do this very well. Ironically enough, last year or the year prior to that, most popular film wasn't a Bollywood film that broke through the barriers. It was a Telugu film,
That's right. And what a cool film, I must
exactly,
say.
And I'm glad that more films proceed to do this. Ashiki is one of the ones that has such high regarded score from us.
Every single time the song came through, I think I was crying.
You let us all down, you dickhead. I'm still healing, mate. I'm still healing from that movie. It is a background score that a single string lute sings softly to a person in love, rustling the old curtain on the walls of their hearts where they could feel the brood rhythm of love rocking against its chamber.
That's poetic
Holy
riz right
shit,
there.
dude.
That's poetic riz right there. Talk to me in poetry,
This
man.
bastard quit. I understand it's a lot more complicated than that, and look, sometimes it happens, but I gotta tell you, the message of the movie, son, is fight on. You don't want to be the person who tours, right? Fills out the stadium and has all this fucking emotional baggage and damage. Fight on, mate. Life is absolutely 100% worth living. There's hard days, there's good days, and most days they're in the middle, yeah? So just fucking live in those. Enjoy the things. Get good friends. If you're lonely, have good friends. If you feel you're a bit introverted, I don't like hanging out with people, you're just hanging around with the wrong motherfuckers. Literally. Because other introverted people make you feel a bit extroverted. You know what I mean? If you don't like your job, continue in the job. Don't just quit, but do take a leap of faith and a little side bit. Work in your passion. Have a career. If you think life is getting rough and it's just punching you in the mouth, remember that your tolerance then for stress, damage, resilience, perseverance is only increasing. Life is teaching you how to be a fighter. Don't fucking quit. Love of Jesus. Oh, hey, Raman.
Jess's Land. It's wonderful. As in wonder.
That would do well in
Full of wonder.
That would do well in South America.
It would.
Yeah, so like
especially the camera angles and like the filtering as well.
They also do very well in South America. Yeah, Rahman is very weird because he has a lot of things that are like a very international sounding.
Yes, I don't know.
Hence why he's so popular.
I know that he's from the south of India,
Tamil,
but and I know that a lot of his focus is on percussiveness.
Indeed.
But his mastery of melody will always be goated. Like I think his understanding of simpler melody, overriding the complexity of the scene, it's the brilliance, it's the genius behind him. Really, honestly.
Papon!
Oh, we love Papon. Oh, just those vocals.
I love Papon. He is just, he's being made genetically, right, and physiologically with that color and that timbre. You can't buy that. You can't even coach that, mate. You can coach close to that.
That's true.
But if you either got it or you don't.
It's correct, and you can learn how to maybe emulate his vocal mannerisms.
Sure.
You can, and then you'll get close to that warmth and this magical sound.
But then you're only the emulator and not the creator, yeah?
That's right.
Go on, yeah.
No, I have nothing else to say.
No, that's true, isn't it? You can emulate it if you wish, but then you're just an emulator.
Yes, that's true. But but taking that as inspiration, right? Taking the emulation part as inspiration, because you're getting closer to the warmer, magical, like feeling the sound space a little better once you emulate his vocal mannerisms. You can actually take that and add your own personal flair after that, and then you have something really unique that's very yours, and you become the creator.
Ah, that's true. Fair enough. Hey, Raman. Oh God, it's fucking lonely. And loneliness and sorrow would try to surround you. Love kisses every scar that has been planted on your heart where flowers still bloom, even if it had been the valley of pain. Oh my!
I'm telling you,
God.
whoever writes this, write a book, my friend. Write a book of poetry. I'll buy it. Remind myself of the great things of life through poetry. Here's the thing. Poetry is not about answering questions. It's not the answers. It's about how the artist, how the writer traverses the world through their own wandering. So it's not about finding the right answers or giving your life meaning. It's because through nuances and the questions you propose yourself as a writer, you actually discover the beauty in life.
Yeah.
And that's why I think poetry and music and art is the food of the soul. Not because it has the right answers, not because it will tell you to go right instead of going left, but because it will make you wonder. It will make you ask yourself questions. And that right there is art, man.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, that's why seeking good art and seeking high quality music and poetry and learning to write well and reading good writers, it's like the best thing you can do to feed the soul and to sort of improve yourself just naturally. A lot of people sometimes get a bit lost in the whole self-development bit and stuff like that, but like a really fun starting point, it's like just improve the quality of the things you're consuming. It really helps because artists play a really interesting role in the world. I think sometimes they become overly egotistical and then they eat their own bullshit, and that's very problematic because ego-driven creations, they're no longer for the sake of the art or sharing the human experience or exploration. It's a lot more shallow than that. But there are other artists that really don't know the value and power they bring to the world. Say you're an engineer, that's quite pragmatic and quite tangible. You've made this building, people live in here, you've changed a life. But in a song, in a well-written passage, in a poem, in a song, in a music score, in a sculpture, in a painting, it's a bit more abstract, of course, the nature of art. So a lot of artists sometimes think like they don't really make an impact. And a lot of people think, well, that's just a nice painting, or that's just a nice song. But if you seek the best of the best, the way to seek the best of the best is what resonates the hardest and biggest emotions in you.
And it's about you. It's not about how the world
Very
will perceive
personal
it.
journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I must say, I think that's the reason why I have a bit of an aversion to commercial art
Oh,
in
yeah.
terms of music and music videos, because that's what we do here, films, so sort of those very commercial accessible things that are created because of the industry. Yes, it's great because it creates a lot of music and the world knows about a lot of money, and a lot the world knows about it, but then you're also losing the essence of what making something new or something that might resonate with people is.
Because you're not doing it for the sake of the art.
Because you're doing it for the sake of the industry, to keep the machine moving. And yes, it's important, because without the industry we wouldn't know anything at all. And every artist will be stuck in their own little bubble and nobody would know about them, and that's a crime to humanity. But at the same time, I think I always try to find something that has more subtext, something that has something to tell, even if it's commercial. That I believe that there's more to it all the time. So
I agree. Well, I mean, that's one of the things we have immensely in common in our observations of the industries and art.
take it as you will. I mean,
Again, very personal journey. Wow. Who is this? Anand Raj Anand. This is a theme song of a soft epilogue playing in the background of the union of two people in love. It is the moment when you look at them in their eyes, hold their gaze, and call them by their name. And then, blam, you're hooked, son.
that's right.
Oh, Amal Malik.
Ooh, okay.
Armand's brother. Very epic.
Very triumphant.
Yeah. The story of a hero. The hero's coming.
Correct.
Nice.
Ooh, who's the actor? Damn.
Damn,
God. The jawline.
Perhaps sometimes in the middle of the night, this
Boy.
theme will hit you like rain hits the ground, waking you up every once in a while when a gentle breeze blows in through the open window, and the white curtains rustling in the air would become your canvas on which you can paint your present with every favorite moment of the past. So it is like a
Closing of a cycle. It's
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
seeing things in hindsight.
correct. Bombay, people want us to watch this.
This is very sad.
So your father watched this, right?
I remember watching this song live, performed live by the Berkeley University with A.R. Rahman.
Brutal.
And no, and I was like, wow, what a wondrous. There's a lot happening here, but yeah, now I understand why it's so emotional.
I think it might have been this one that he watched. I'm not too sure. Salim Sulaiman, man, imagine. They're so good at this, at
They
brightness
are.
modes. Like
They are.
At bright modes.
It's like that's their theme.
Yeah, that's so nuts.
If they had a sound to envelop them as composers, it would be bright and open.
Oh, they're such good
You
composers.
see? And they take you step by step through the melody. It's like, here's the opening, here's a little bit more, and then here's the sun coming out. Wow!
This
you know?
theme song will spring up all the memories of moments. Listening to this song tangles up one's heartbeats. Slow, sweet, soft, reckless. The most beautiful part of this is that it would end up realizing that we humans always, whether given a choice or not, will always choose our heart over our head. To all those times when the goal seemed far, this is the score that kept us going.
Oh, it's a beautiful
I love
score.
Salim Sulaiman. I gotta tell you, those guys are nuts. Also,
Those guys are awesome.
like I just like their creativity, because I think also creativity is obviously it can also be dark and it can be melancholy and sadness and heartbreak. But the way they create things is like, man, like. It's like, oh, everything will be all right, son.
Yes, I think I love that, because life is already hard. Like, life is already hard.
Sometimes it can be, yes. Not
And
all
I think
the time.
no, but I know, but most of the people, life can be pretty hard. So why dwell in it? I know there's some satisfaction in that, but when you listen to something that gives you hope, that ignites something different, that pulls you out of your own little suffering bubble, I think that should be championed. Because
Yeah, I agree.
it is is the understanding of a new perspective, is the opening of a brand new horizon. These guys are the best at creating something bright and something hopeful.
Big shout out to them. And big shout out to Word Addict and Mostly Sukun. Wonderful people, man.
Guys,
what beautiful creators.
You did something great here.
Absolutely. I will leave the link so everyone can go follow them. They're on Instagram and they're very popular. Not that they need the love, but, you know, they're very popular and they need more love, I think.